Hi everyone, I'm Roxana Bahari and I'm reporting for The Greyhound. At Loyola, there is one social media page that all students know. From viral posts that end up on the news to rage baiting the student body, Barstool Loyola is a staple of our campus culture, the same way other Barstools are for different campuses across the country. Today, for the first time ever speaking on camera about running Barstool, I will be joined by Nate Thaler, a current junior here at Loyola. Let's get into it. Do you want to start by just introducing yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Nate Thaler. I'm a junior at Loyola. I'm 21 years old, and I've been running Barstool Loyola for about almost 3 years now. I signed my contracts in July of 2023. I didn't know too much about Barstool beforehand. I just knew it was like a college company, a sports company.
How'd you get the position and who decides who gets to take over the Instagram?
Okay, that's a good question. So my senior year of high school, there was a girl who goes to Loyola in the grade above me from my hometown, and I was in math class with her, and I asked to just visit her for a weekend, and she was running Barstool Loyola at the time. And she was like, hey, do you want an interview with Barstool when you come? And I was like, yeah, sure. I went to the Battle Charles Street game, and I met this guy who went to Loyola a few years prior, and he asked me straight up if I wanted to be the next person to do it. And I didn't really have a thought in my mind, and I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take it over.
You're a junior, so do you know who your predecessor will be, and how do you decide that?
Yeah, so I actually hired a sophomore. He's been on it since the beginning of this year. I'm still learning, teaching him the ropes. He still doesn't really know what he's doing, so you're still seeing 90% of it is me. But this kid, I'm confident, will do a good job taking it over. He's a good kid, and he's going to work well.
I know we talked about this already a little bit, but a lot of people already know it's you, in our grade at least.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know it's you.
Yes.
How did you react when people were starting to find out?
I knew it was totally on me because I just started slowly telling people my freshman year. They tell you that you shouldn't tell people your freshman year because you're new to it, and I would say I probably told under 20 people.
Okay.
But
I want you to know freshman year, everybody knew.
Yes, I'm aware of it. Obviously, everyone here who's watching goes to Loyola. You know that Loyola is a small school. There's no secrets at the school. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows each other's friend groups. Everybody knows each other's business. So when I told my friend group that I was Barstool Loyola, that was the end of it. When you're at Loyola, if you want to have a secret, you tell 0 people.
Mm-hmm. How do you navigate the legal component to some of your posts, and have you ever gotten in any legal trouble?
This is a really good question. So we do have some legal components. We are given a contract that we need to sign. We have some rules. I'm not allowed to post music on the page. I'm not allowed to do brand deals or ads unless it's ran through Barstool and it's an official Barstool advertiser.
Do you make any money from it?
I do not make any money from Barstool.
Okay, interesting.
So last year, for April Fools, I love these guys now. We're on good terms. But last year, I posted that Barley's Backyard was closing. And it went viral, and everyone saw it.
Now, what is Barley's Backyard for the people that don't know?
Barley's Backyard is a bar in Towson that everyone goes to. So when I posted they were closing, people were not happy at all. But it was obviously an April Fool's joke. And some of the people who weren't happy were Barley's Backyard. So they reached out to me. We had some issues. And I just kept saying I'm not going to reveal myself, and we don't have to. And then they threatened legal action. I had that issue, and then I can't talk about the thing.
Okay.
But that was bad.
That was bad. So what's been your biggest accomplishment running Barstool? Maybe it was an event you facilitated or a post that got a lot of traction. I know you were in contact with Michael Phelps through Barstool for a little bit.
Yeah, okay, I actually totally forgot about that. So I wasn't in contact with Michael Phelps, but I made a post about Michael Phelps and Shaq. And Michael Phelps put it on his story, and Shaq responded to that story too on his own. And I was like, oh my God, that's insane. I would say the Ginger Run's another big accomplishment. The Ginger Run's one of the coolest things I've ever seen as a Loyola student, Barstool or not. It's so cool that we got the entire student body to come out and go to one small thing that was posted by one account. A lot of people don't know this, but I run 2 other Barstool pages, and I would say the biggest accomplishment that I have in Barstool period was back in April 2024, I started the Barstool Baltimore page myself. And now it's at 113,000 followers, and I work with great people, and I know really cool people in the city. And I also got to take over the Barstool DMV page, which has 328,000 followers now. So outside of Barstool Loyola, that's my biggest accomplishment in Barstool sports.
So what responsibility do you feel, if any, about having that access to a platform that can reach millions of people?
That's a really good question. You have a lot of power. So when you run these pages, you gotta understand, and I mean I didn't, but when I post something on the story, the whole school sees it. and all the alumni see it. Like, imagine yourself in front of 5,000 kids and trying to entertain them.
And sometimes millions of people.
Sometimes millions of people. Of course, you're not going to entertain all of them. Of course, people are going to hate it. You have to understand that not everyone's going to love what you're posting and what you're doing. And that's why, to this day, I still haven't shown my face on Barstool Loyola yet.
Would you say that's the hardest part of the job? Because I was going to ask what the best part is.
The hardest part of the job is to consistently post on Barstool Loyola. We don't have football. We don't have Greek life. We're really small. We do the same things. We go to the same rallies. We all go to the same bars.
So how do you brainstorm ideas when campus life is dry? Because there's definitely dry spells.
I don't. My freshman year, I was really good at like coming up with ideas, and a lot of it missed. Like, a lot of people didn't like it, and I still know to this day that there's a very vast majority of Loyola kids that don't like what they're seeing on Barstool Loyola. But I'll tell you right now, it's a lot harder to come up with ideas than you think. I always love it when people submit content. I post on a story all the time, like, submit content to be featured. I always appreciate that, but I understand that it's hard to do that as well.
How do you navigate posting about struggling Loyola teams? And do you try to primarily make posts highlighting when they're doing well, or do you lean into the losses?
All right.
Because we have some good seasons, but we have a lot of bad seasons too.
Well, I mean, everyone saw what I was posting last year for Loyola Lacrosse. In fact, I bet Loyola Lacrosse is watching this right now. Unfortunately, it's Barstool. Like, I'm gonna have to make fun of teams that aren't doing well. If your team is struggling, I understand that it's sports and it happens, but that's where my page comes in play. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, you watch it. So that's what I have to do. This year, I'm trying to tone it down. Men's lacrosse is doing their absolute best they can. They're doing a really good job out there. And they were last year, don't get me wrong. Like, they were losing by 1 point a game and whatnot. But it was easier to make fun of them last year because of their record. This year, I'm trying to be a little bit nicer. But when a team's doing good, I love hyping up good teams. Unfortunately,
do you think there's more room for hyping up the women's sports?
Yes, absolutely. I knew this question was going to come to me, and I get this question all the time. I absolutely would love to hype up the women's sports. It just doesn't do well. Like, I'll post it, and they'll get less than 5,000 views, and it won't even get like 200 likes. Like, my mom played field hockey in college professionally, and she was in the Hall of Fame. Like, women's sports has always been a part of my life, and I want to post it, and I want to support them. And I want that, like, the men's teams will interact with me and, like, talk to me about stuff, like the women's teams don't. I remember women's tennis did last year, so I posted about them a lot. And I appreciate that. If you want your team to be posted on my page, please don't, feel free to reach out to me. Please DM me. I would totally get you to post up in a heartbeat. I just need you to interact with me because sometimes I feel like sometimes these teams don't want me to post them.
Are there any big Barstool events coming up that you want to plug to our student body?
It's really hard to get people to do another event after the Ginger Run. However, I'm trying, and I'm looking into it, and I'm going to see if we can do one more thing.
What is that process like? Like, you think of an idea, or someone brings an idea to you, what's the next step?
So, the first step is outreach, no matter what. I need everyone to know about it. I put it on the stories, but I don't want people to just swipe by the stories. I have to make the stories interesting. So that's the first step is outreach. The second step is getting people to accept it. So I have to get people to all agree they're going to do it. I have to hear from other people saying they're going to do it. So we're going to see what we can do this year. I can't promise anything. I can't tell you that there is an event coming. I wish I could sit here and tell you that there is, but I'm just not sure.
All right, well, that was my last question. Thank you so much again for sitting down with me.
Yeah, of course. It's my first time on camera. So.
Yes, and I'm excited to see what's to come from Barstool.
Awesome. Thanks, Roxy. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Nate.